Hi, in this video, I will be showing you problem number 13 of the worksheet on chapter 1 for the intermediate algebra class. Objective: solve an absolute value inequality. Graph the solution to the inequality on the number line. Absolute 6x plus 18 is less than 12. So anytime you solve an absolute equation with the less than symbol here, the way to remove the absolute sign is 6x plus 18, and then you put the positive 12 on the right side of the inequality and change the sign and put it on the left side of the inequality. So it means 6x plus 18 lies between negative 12 and positive 12. Now we have to solve for x. X lies in the middle, so we have to subtract 18 on all sides. That would give us negative 12, negative 18, that will be a negative 30, then less than 6x. So keep the less than symbol, carry that out in all steps. Less than 12 minus 18, that would be a negative 6. Now we have to isolate the x, so we have to divide all sides by 6. So this will give negative 5 less than x less than 1. It means that x lies between negative 5 and negative 1, and those values are not included because we don't see the equality sign in this chain inequality. So a negative 5, you place a hole at negative 5 on the number line and place a hole open dot at negative 1, negative 5, negative 1 on the number line. Then you connect the values by an arrow. So that is the solution to the problem. The solution in terms of graphs. So negative 5 through negative 1. In case for the same problem, they ask you on the interval notation. So the interval notation for that one, that's not asked in the problem. In case they ask you on interval notation, the answer would be negative 5 through negative 1, open parenthesis, open parenthesis, an open interval. So if the question was for interval notation. We will see an additional example for the same objective. Graph the solution to the inequality on the number line. Absolute of negative 12 minus 3x is greater than or equal to 6. So anytime you see this greater than or equal to symbol, you have to associate with the compound statement or. So the way to remove the absolute sign is negative 12 minus 3x more than or equal to 6. So all we have done is remove the absolute sign, and then you connect with the compound inequality or, then remove the absolute sign, reverse the inequality. So greater than or equal to will become less than or equal to, then also change the sign. Keep in mind, whenever you have greater than or equal to symbol in an inequality, it is interpreted as the or compound statement. So there are two inequalities now, just connected by the compound statement or. So now we'll solve for x in these two inequalities, and then we'll graph each solution set, and then we'll connect them how or works for the inequality. Okay, the first one, we're going to move the negative 12 to the right hand side in order to isolate the x term. So we get negative 3x is more than or equal to 6 plus 12. Negative 12 will become positive 12 on the right hand side. So negative 3x is more than or equal to 18. Now we divide both sides by negative 3. So that would give us x less than or equal to negative 6 when you reduce. Also keep in mind, whenever you divide an inequality by a negative number or multiply an inequality by a negative number, the inequality gets reversed. So greater than or equal to here becomes less than or equal to. So this is one solution. So let's solve the other inequality. So move the negative 12 to the other side and that will become positive 12. So negative 3x is less than or equal to negative 6 plus 12. So we get negative 3x less than or equal to 6. We divide both sides by negative 3. So we get x greater than or equal to negative 2. So less than or equal to will become greater than or equal to reverse inequality because we are dividing by the negative number. So the second solution is now x is more than or equal to negative 2. So on the number line, we will plot the two numbers approximately. So it is 0, then we have negative 2, and then negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6 there. So we have these number line. Then the rest of the line numbers go as normally. 1, 2, 3, and then we have negative infinity here and positive infinity here. So as we have greater than or equal to, so this means all numbers to the right of negative 2 including negative 2. So we will have a solid dot at negative 2. So one is, so if I have to look at this one in green, I'm going to shade that in green, all to the right of negative 2. So it is all to the right of negative 2 including negative 2. Then this one, x less than or equal to negative 6, I'm going to shade that in red, all to the left of negative 2, negative 6. So all numbers to the left of negative 6 including negative 6. So it is this part. So the entire shaded region is the totality of all the elements here. So that is the meaning of OR. So the graph is done here. So both the red shaded one and the green shaded one is the solution. As I did the earlier problem, in case the question was give the solution in the interval form. In case the question is in interval form, the answer must be written in interval form. Then the way you would write is negative infinity through negative 6 inclusive. Because of the word or that will translate to this union notation, all to the right of negative 2, so negative 2 onwards up to infinity, so negative 2 through infinity. This is the answer in the interval form, because in this problem they ask you to only graph the solution on the number line. So for this one, this is the answer. But in case they ask the answer written in interval form, then you have to write this interval notation that is shown below. Hope this video helps.